Our next topic is methods for generation of ultrasonics. In our syllabus, we have two methods. One is the piezoelectric method, another one is the magnetostriction method. First one is the piezoelectric method. There is a principle for piezoelectric method, that is the piezoelectric oscillator is based on the inverse piezoelectric effect. Whenever piezoelectric crystal is subjected to an alternating voltage, the piezoelectric crystal is set into vibrations. The resonant vibration of the piezoelectric crystal takes place whenever the frequency of vibration of the crystal is equal to the frequency of vibration of tank circuit. That is the principle. Now coming to the construction of the piezoelectric method, you can see in this figure, this is the diagram of the piezoelectric method. There is a 3 coils are there, one is the L and L1 and L2, and there is a variable capacitor is there, and NPN transistor, and piezoelectric crystal placed in between the parallel plates AB, and we also connected battery or power supply. Coil N1 L1 parallelly connected to the variable capacitor C, and one end of the capacitor and coil L is connected to the battery, and another end connected to the collector of the NPN transistor, and another coil L1, one end of L1 coil is connected to the base of the NPN transistor, and another end of the L1 coil is connected to the ground and emitter of the NPN transistor. This is the construction of the piezoelectric crystal, and we can use this circuit, we can generate the ultrasonics by piezoelectric method. And coming to the working, when the plug is closed, the tank circuit is set into vibration, and oscillation of the tank circuit produces alternating EMF in the L1 coil. This EMF is fed into the transistor as input to the base emitter of the circuit, and this input is amplified and fed into the collector oscillator, and due to the transformer action here, an EMF is induced in coil L2. This induced alternating potential difference is produced across the quartz crystal, which set the crystal into vibrations. By varying the capacity of the capacitor, and the frequency of alternating potential is changed. At a particular stage, the frequency of the alternating potential across the crystal coincides with the natural frequency of the quartz crystal, then it produces the ultrasonic waves. This is the working principle and working of the piezoelectric methods. By changing the capacity of the capacitor, we can generate the ultrasonic waves by using these circuits. When the natural frequency of the quartz crystal coincides with the alternating potential across the AB, then we can get the ultrasonic waves. The natural frequency of quartz crystal of thickness T is given by F is equal to N by 2T square root of Y by rho. By using this formula, we can find the frequency of the ultrasonic waves. Next one is the magnetostriction methods. Here also principle is there. When a ferromagnetic material is subjected to a varying magnetic field, the length of the ferromagnetic material is changed. Ferromagnetic rod is set into resonant vibration whenever the frequency of the tank circuits coincides with the frequency of vibration of the ferromagnetic rod. This is the principle. And coming to the construction, here there is a ferromagnetic rod and there is a two coils L1 and L2 connected to the two ends of the ferromagnetic rod, and one end of the L2 coil is connected to the base of the NPN transistor, and another collector is connected to the tank circuit. We can call it as tank circuit, and this is the variable capacitor, and another end of the this tank circuit is connected to the battery, and another end of the L2 is connected to the emitter of the transistor and ground. And working, the magnetostriction oscillator is shown in the figure. Okay. When the key is closed, the tank circuit LC is set into oscillation with the frequency f is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L1 C1. Here L is the induction coil of L1, and C1 is the capacity of the variable capacitor. Similarly, working is little bit similar to piezoelectric method. An alternating EMF is produced due to the vibration of tank circuit. This EMF is induced. EMF is produced the alternating magnetic field. The length of a ferromagnetic rod gets changed due to the induced alternating magnetic field. The change in the length of the magnetic material induces EMF in the coil L2. This induced EMF is fed to the base of the collector and base of the transistor, and hence it is amplified, and also it is fed into the tank circuit. Thus, the oscillation is continuously produced. The frequency of oscillation of tank circuit is changed by changing the tank circuit capacity of the capacitor. And if the frequency of tank circuit is equal to the frequency of vibration of ferromagnetic rod, then we will get the ultrasonic waves. The frequency of the ultrasonic waves produced is given by f is equal to 1 by 2m square root of gamma y by rho. Okay, this is the method. First of all, we have to generate the EMF by changing the C1, then it can produce the alternating magnetic field, and due to the alternating magnetic field, this length of the rod will change. The change of this rod length then generate the alternating EMF in L2 circuit, and this L2 circuit is connected to the base. It acts as a input for the transistor, then it is amplified. Again, this amplified EMF is connected to the L1 tank circuit. Okay, that is the basic. These are the basic two methods to generate the ultrasonic waves. One is the piezoelectric and another one is the magnetostriction method.